Most collectors of 1980s comics want 9.8. It's basically the standard because generally 80s comics are quite common and there's lots of CGC 9.8s out there. In fact, if you look at this chart of the most popular 80s comics, there are thousands of copies in 9.8s alone of some of the biggest comics. But today, I'm going to take a look at the comics with the least amount of 9.8s graded on the census, even though they have lots of copies graded. So these are the rarest in 9.8. I pulled 29 comics out of the top 1,000 most graded 80s comics and found the ones with less than 40 copies graded. And believe it or not, there's even one on this list that has one copy graded 9.8. Let's dive in. The most graded and demanded comic on the list that has low 9.8s is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles #1, second printing, June 1984 from Mirage Studios. Yes, it's the first appearance and origin of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Splinter and Shredder. It is the rare second printing. There is only 12 copies graded in 9.8. CGC has been grading comics for over 25 years, and that's all we've got. Next is Nintendo Power #1, July 1988 from Nintendo. And very classic cover, but only 2 9.8s graded. The Tick #1, June 1988, New England Comics. This one is third for the most graded comics. That has very few. There's only 10 9.8s. Daredevil 163, March 1980, Marvel Comics. This is the highest ranking comic that actually had massive normal print run. Hulk appearance in this one. We've got Tony Stark and J. Jonah Jameson cameo. And Ben Urich learns Daredevil's identity. There's 571 copies graded. There's 29 9.8s. Grendel #1, March 1983 from Comico. It's the origin of Hunter Rose, Matt Wagner's story and art. 524 graded, but only 21 at the top. Batman 423, the second printing, September 1988, DC Comics. Jim Starlin story. Todd McFarlane cover, high demand. 466 graded, but only 23 9.8s. Cry for Dawn #1, April 1989, from Cry for Dawn Publications. It is the first appearance of Dawn with an introduction by Stephen Bissett, Joseph Linsner art. 432 graded, there are 31 9.8s. Raphael #1, the second printing, November 1987, Mirage Studios. It includes a new 8-page Casey Jones story by Kevin Eastman, wraparound cover. 388 graded, but only 19 at the top. Action Comics 521, July 1981, DC Comics. First appearance of Vixen. 384 graded, 38 at the top. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles #3, second printing, November 1988, Mirage Studios. It contains a new Ninja Turtles backup story by Kevin Eastman and Jim Lawson. 363 graded, only 14 at the top. Warrior #1, printed in the UK, March 1982, Quality Comics. First appearance of V for Vendetta and Marvel Man, who later became Miracle Man. Alan Moore worked on this issue. 360 graded, only one 9.8 exists in the world. The Crow #3, August 1989, Caliber Press. We've got a James O'Barr story in this original miniseries. 346 graded, only 17 9.8. Daredevil 165, July 1980, Marvel Comics. Doc Ock appears in this one. Frank Miller also. 320 graded, 38 at the top. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles #11, June 1987, Mirage Studios, a wraparound cover. Kevin Eastman and Peter Laird story. 307 graded, 27 at the top. Amazing Spider-Man 238, the Canadian price variant. March 1983, Marvel Comics. Demand is so high for this major key that even the Canadian price ranks high, with 302 graded, but only 17 9.8s. Yes, it's the first appearance of the Hobgoblin. Epic Illustrated #1 magazine, spring 1980 from Marvel Comics. Frank Frazetta cover. Silver Surfer and Galactus have a story in this one. 297 graded, 29 at the top. Fantasy Masterpieces, Volume 2, Number 4, March 1980. Marvel Comics. This is a reprint series, but it's got the classic Silver Surfer John Buscema cover. 289 graded, only 29 at the top. Albedo number 2, November 1984, Thoughts and Images. First appearance of Usagi Yojimbo, letters from Peter Laird and Don Thompson, 288 graded, only 19, 9.8. Elvira's House of Mystery number 1, January 1986, DC Comics. It's got a photo back cover, and of course everyone loves Elvira. 287 graded, 35 at the top. Weird War Tales 93, November 1980, DC Comics, a very rare but high demand war comic, origin and first appearance of the Creature Commandos, who later got their own TV show. First comic work by Dennis Cowan, 283 graded, only 23 at the top. Batman The Dark Knight Returns number 1, second printing, March 1986, DC Comics, first appearance of Kerry Kelly, and this is a classic Frank Miller comic. 278 graded, 38 at the top. Defenders 84, June 1980, Marvel Comics. Black Panther appears, Ed Hannigan's story, 272 graded, 38 at the top. Flaming Carrot number 1, May 1984, from Aardvark Vanaheim. This is actually a Canadian publisher. Bob Burden's story, cover and art, 268 graded. There's 30 9.8s, but there actually is one 9.9. Albedo number 4, July 1985, Thoughts and Images. This book has a Gru cameo in it. 267 graded, 38 9.8s. Captain America 312, December 1985, Marvel Comics. First appearance of Flag Smasher. It's a story from Mark Gruenwald. 265 graded, 29 at the top. Flash 323, July 1983, DC Comics, Reverse Flash appearance, classic cover, Creeper backup story, 263 graded, 39 at the top. Archie's Girls, Betty and Veronica, 320, October 1982, Archie Publications. First appearance of Cheryl Blossom. Smaller print run, very hard to find, especially in high grade. 256 graded, there are only 13, 9.8. Marvel Preview, number 21, Spring 1980, Marvel Comics. The Moon Knight story predates the new Moon Knight number 1, launched that year. Bill Sienkiewicz worked on this one as well as Doug Moench and Mark Gruenwald. 255 graded, only 16, 9.8. And Marvel Spotlight, Volume 2, number 9, November 1980, Marvel Comics, features Captain Universe and the first appearance of Mr. E. And we've got Steve Ditko cover art. 251 copies graded in total by CGC, 29 copies graded 9.8. So there you go. 29 key books of the 80s with very few 9.8s. Everyone wants them, but there's not many to go around. So you're not going to see these on the market much at all. So good luck finding these.